Welcome back to the another session of WAPSI, my dear students. Yes. Okay, so we can move on. So let me read the first question. Mean and standard deviation of 100 items are given as 50 and 4 respectively. The sum of all squares of the items is, you can see there are 4 options. So it's given that the mean and standard deviation of 100 items. So we can write the number of items. Number of items, that is equal to, we can write 100. Number of items is 100, and it's given that the mean and standard deviation, the value is already given, so the mean is given as mean is equal to, mean is given as 50, and the standard deviation is given as, standard deviation simply we can represent as SD for standard deviation is represented by, yes, the value is given as 4. Okay, so we need to find the sum of all squares of the items is. So we can write standard deviation. Yes, this is a symbol. Standard deviation is equal to root of sigma of xi square divided by n minus x bar the whole square. X bar means, what is x bar? X bar means the mean. X bar means, this is x bar the whole square. So this is the formula. So hereafter we can substitute the values. Okay, we can substitute the values. So in the question we need to find sum of all the squares of the item. So that means sum of all the squares of item means sigma of xi square. We need to find the value of this in this question. Okay, so yes, this is standard deviation. The value is already given. Standard deviation, we can substitute the value. The value is given as 4. So we can write the left hand side, 4 is equal to square root of, yes, sigma of xi square. We need to find the value of sigma of xi square. So we can substitute again sigma of xi square, because we don't know the value, we need to find the value. N, number of items, it is given as 100. Number of items, it is given as 100. Minus x bar, we already mentioned x bar is the mean. So x bar is equal to 50. So 50 square, here we can substitute 50 square. Okay, so in the next step, we need to cancel the square root. How we can cancel the square root? So we can take squares on both sides. So here it will become 16 and the square root will cancel here. So on the next step, yes, square on the left side. So 4 square is equal to 16. Okay, so here it will become sigma of xi square divided by 100 minus 50 square. 50 square is equal to 2500. 50 square is equal to 2500. So hereafter, on rearranging this, we will get sigma of xi square. We need to find the value of sigma of xi square. So the sigma of xi square is equal to, we will get an answer like sigma of xi square is equal to 251600. So this is the final answer. On rearrange this, we will get an answer like sigma of xi square is equal to 251600. So this is the final answer. So here for this question, option C is the correct answer. Option C is the correct answer for this one. So we can move on to the second question. So the second question is given that 2 letters are chosen from the letters of the word equations. The probability that one is vowel and another is consonant. So it's given that 2 letters, it's already mentioned 2 letters are chosen from the letters of the word equations. Okay, E, Q, U, A, T, I, O, N, S. Equations. So how many letters are there? Total 9. Isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there are total 9 letters for equation. So it's given that the probability that one is vowel and other is consonant. Okay, so first of all, we can write it is a 9-letter word. It is a 9 letters word. 9 letters word. So how many vowels are there? So there are 5 vowels, right? So we can write there are 5 vowels. And how many consonants are here for this one equation? How many consonants are there? There are 4 consonants. So we can write there are 4 consonants. There are 4 consonants. Okay. So the question is that we need to find, yes, the probability of one vowel and one consonant. So this is the question. So we can write in the next step. In the next step, we can write it as probability of one vowel and one consonant. One vowel and one consonant. One vowel and one consonant. The probability of one vowel and one consonant. So that is equal to, we can write it as 5C1. 5C1 into 4C1. 5C1 into 4C1 divided by 5C1 into 4C1 divided by 9C2. Okay, so let me explain. So we need to find the probability of one vowel and one consonant. So for the letter equation, for the word equation, we know that there are 5 vowels. Okay, there are 5 vowels and 4 consonants. So we need to find the probability of one vowel and one consonant. Okay, so here this 5 stands for the vowels. This 5 stands for the vowels and this 4 stands for the consonants. So here it's already mentioned one vowel and one consonant. So there are 5 vowels. So only one is going to take. So 5C1, and here there are 4 consonants. Only one is going to take. So there is 4C1 divided by 9C2. 9 means the total number. The total number of letters in equation is 9. So out of 9, we are going to select only 2. So it will become 9C2. So hereafter we can substitute the value 5C1. 5C1 the value is 5 into 4C1. 4C1 the value is 4 divided by 9C2. 9C2 the value is, we can write it as 9 into 8 divided by 9 into 8 divided by 2. Okay. So for this one, we will get a final answer like 5 by 9. Okay, 5 by 9. So the final answer is 5 by 9 is the correct answer. That means option B. Option B is the correct answer for this question. Now we can move on to the another question. That means the third question. We can move on to the third question. So the question is given that if y is equal to 2x raised to n plus 1 plus 3 divided by x raised to n. Okay, it's given that y is equal to 2x raised to n. Yes, 2x raised to n plus 1 plus 3 by x raised to n. 3 by x raised to n. So in this question we need to find which one? We need to find x square. X square into d square y by dx square. D square y by dx square. We need to find the value of this. Okay. So we need to find this. That is x square into d square y by dx square. We need to find this. So this is the question. If y is equal to 2x raised to n plus 1 plus 3 by x raised to n. So this is the question. So first of all, for this one, we can write it as y is equal to 2x raised to n plus 1 plus. Okay, so here 3 divided by x raised to n. For this one, I'm going to write it as 3 into x raised to minus n. 3 into x raised to minus n. So this is the next step. So hereafter, so look at here, you can see there are two derivatives, right? First of all, we are going to find the first derivative of this y is equal to, we are going to find dy by dx, and again we are going to differentiate with respect to x. Okay, so first of all, we can find dy by dx. So dy by dx, we are going to find dy by dx. So dy by dx is equal to 2 is constant, so 2 into, yes, 2 into n plus 1, 2 into n plus 1 into x raised to n, minus 3 into 3n x raised to minus n minus 1. So this is the next step. Okay, so let me tell you once again, dy by dx is equal to 2n plus 1 x raised to n minus 3n x raised to minus n minus 1. So this is the next step. So hereafter, we are going to find the second derivative. So because in the question we need to find the answer, that is x square into d square y by dx square. That is the question. So in the next step, we can find d square y by d square y divided by dx square. We can find this. So d square y by dx square. Again, we are going to differentiate this with respect to x. So we will get 2n into, yes, 2n into n plus 1, 2n into n plus 1 into x raised to n minus 1 plus 3n into n plus 1 into x raised to minus n minus 2, Okay, so when we are going to differentiate dy by dx with respect to x, that means d square y by dx square is equal to 2n into n plus 1 into x raised to n minus 1 plus 3n into n plus 1 into x raised to minus n minus 2. So in the question we need to find x square into, yes, in the question we need to find x square into d square y by dx square. So this is a question. We need to find the answer of this. Okay, yes. So on the previous step, we got a second derivative. So the second derivative is, that is d square y by dx square is 2n into n plus 1 into x raised to n minus 1. So hereafter, on the next step, that is x square, we can write the left hand side, x square into d square y by dx square is equal to, just multiply the x square here. So that is 2n. Let me write 2n into n plus 1, 2n into n plus 1 into x raised to n minus 1 into x square, x raised to n minus 1 into x square plus 3n into n plus 1 into x raised to minus n minus 2 into x square into x square. Okay. Yes, x raised to into x square. So this is x square into d square y by dx square. So hereafter we can simplify this. Okay. So in the next step, just look at here. You can see which is common here. N into n plus 1 is common. Okay, n into n plus 1 is common here. So we can take the common term outside. So hereafter, the left hand side is same. So what is that? X square into d square y by dx square. d square y by dx square is equal to, Yes, we know that n into n plus 1 is common. So n into n plus 1 is common. So we can write 2x raised to n plus 1, 2x raised to n plus 1 plus 3 divided by x raised to n, because here n into n plus 1 is common here, so we can take it outside, and here 2x raised to n minus 1 x square. So look at here, we can write minus 1 plus 2, so that means minus 1 plus 2 means it is plus 1, so we will get x raised to n plus 1. From here we will get x raised to n plus 1, and from here, I mean from this, look at here, x raised to minus n minus 2 into x raised to 2. So minus 2 plus 2, they will cancel. So the next is x raised to minus n. For x raised to minus n, we can write it as x raised to minus n is equal to 1 by x raised to n. So from this simply we can write 3 by x raised to n. So this is the next step. So hereafter, again just look at the question. We can see that 2x raised to n plus 1. 2x raised to n plus 1. Yes, the question is that 2x raised to n plus 1 plus 3 by x raised to n. So yes, this is the question. For this one, simply we can substitute y. It is equal to y. So in the next step is equal to x square d square y by dx square is equal to n into n plus 1 into y. N into n plus 1 into y. Okay, now again look at the option. There are 4 options. So for this one, option C is the correct answer. Option C is the correct answer for this question. Okay, so we can write option C is the correct answer for this one. Okay, yes. So hereafter we can move on to the next one. So we can move to the next question. So the question is given that, look at the question, you can see, if the curves 2x is equal to y square and 2xy is equal to k. So the two curves are, let me write 2x is equal to y square, 2x is equal to y square and 2xy is equal to k. 2xy is equal to k. Intersect perpendicularly. It's already given. If the curves 2x is equal to y square, 2x is equal to y square and 2xy is equal to k intersect perpendicularly, then the value of k square, we need to find the value of this one, we need to find k square. Okay. Yes. So how we can find the value of k square? So first of all, 2x is equal to y square. So we can substitute it as first. Okay. Equation 1. And 2xy is equal to k. We can substitute it as 2. So from here, on solving 1 and 2. On solving 1 and 2. This is 1 and 2. So on solving 1 and 2. From here, simply we can write x is equal to y square by 2. From the 1, we can write x is equal to y square by 2. And after finding the value of x, just substitute the value of x. Here, on substituting the value of x is equal to y square by 2, we will get 2 into y square by 2 into y is equal to k. So hereafter we can cancel this. So here it is y cube is equal to k. Y cube. So the next step is y cube is equal to k. So from this we can write y is equal to k raised to 1 by 3. We can write y is equal to k raised to 1 by 3. So hereafter y is equal to k raised to 1 by 3. We know that 2x is equal to y square and 2xy is equal to k. So that is y is equal to k raised to 1 by 3. So we can substitute 2xy. We know that 2xy is equal to k and 2x is equal to y square. 2x is equal to y square. Okay, so we know that y is equal to k raised to 1 by 3. So just substitute here, or substitute here, we will get x is equal to, k raised to 2 by 3, k raised to 2 by 3. Because it is square, okay. So k raised to 2 by 3 divided by k raised to 2 by 3 divided by 2. So this is the value of x. This is the value of x, and this is for y. Y is equal to k raised to 1 by 3. So hereafter we can write it as ordered pair, that is here x is equal to k raised to 2 by 3 divided by 2, and y is equal to k raised to 1 by 3, So from 1 and 2 we can write xy is equal to k raised to 2 by 3, divided by 2, and the next is k raised to 1 by 3, 3. So hereafter we are going to differentiate 2x is equal to y square. We are going to differentiate 2x is equal to y square with respect to x. So we are going, while we are going to differentiate this with respect to x, we will get, yes, here the left hand side is 2, and for the right hand side we will get 2y into dy by dx, So hereafter we can write from this one, we can write dy by dx is equal to 1 by y. Okay, 1 by y. That means differentiate with respect to x. So on differentiating with respect to x, we will get dy by dx is equal to 1 by y. So for this one, simply we can write that this is a slope m1. We can write it is equal to m1. So m1 is dy by dx. So 1 by y is equal to m1, because it's already given. If the curves, it's already given the curves, two curves, 2x is equal to y square and 2xy is equal to k. Yes. So hereafter on the next step, so dy by dx is equal to 1 by y, so that is equal to m1. And if you are going to differentiate 2xy is equal to k with respect to which one? With respect to x. Differentiate with respect to x, so it will become 2y. Yes, differentiate with respect to x, it will become 2y plus 2x into dy by dx is equal to 0. So from this we can write dy by dx is equal to, minus y by x. So dy by dx is equal to minus y by x. So minus y by x, we can substitute it as, we can write it as m2, and let me write m1 once again, dy by dx. Yes, dy by dx is equal to, this is minus y by x, so that is equal to m2, and dy by dx is equal to 1 by y. So we already substitute it as m1. It is m1. Okay, so let me tell you once again. So m1 is equal to dy by dx, so that is equal to dy by dx, that is equal to 1 by y, and m2 is equal to dy by dx, so the answer is minus y by x. So hereafter, it's already given both the curves intersect each other perpendicularly. It's already given in this question, both the curves intersect each other perpendicularly. So hereafter we can write it as both the curves. Okay, so m1 into m2, what is the value? M1 into m2, because it's given that both the curves intersect perpendicularly, so simply we can write m1 into m2 is equal to minus 1. Okay, so the both curves intersect perpendicularly. Both curves intersect perpendicularly. Both curves intersect perpendicularly, so that means m1 into m2 is equal to minus 1. m1 into m2 is equal to minus 1. So hereafter we can substituting we will get minus 1 by x is equal to minus 1 by x is equal to minus 1. So which implies x is equal to the value of x is equal to 1, which implies x is equal to 1. So hereafter x is equal to 1. So the final step is x is equal to 1. So which implies k raised to 2 by 3. K raised to 2 by 3 is equal to k raised to 2 by 3 is equal to 2. So from here we can write k square is equal to 8. Okay, so this is our aim. So for this question we need to find the value of k square. So the value of k square is equal to, we got the final answer, value of k square is equal to 8. So again, now look at the options. How many options? There are 4 options. So from this, option A is the correct answer. That means 8 is the correct answer for this one. Okay. So now we can move on to the next question. So the question is that if the side of a cube is increased by 5%, it's already given. If the side of a cube is increased by 5%, then the surface area of the cube is increased by. There are 4 options. Okay, you can see 20%, 10%, 60%, 6%. Okay, so let me read the question once again. If the side of a cube is increased by 5%, then the surface area of the cube is increased by. We need to find how the surface area is increased. Yes, that means the value surface area is increased. Okay, how? That means in percentage. So first of all, we can write let one side of the cube be x. Let one side of the, we are going to consider the one side of the cube be, that is equal to x, and the surface area for surface area I'm going to represent it as surface area, and for surface area be capital A. So hereafter again read the question. We can see if the side of the cube is increased by 5%, so we can write dx is equal to 5%. So that means 5x by, that is equal to 5x by 100. Then hereafter we can write then A is equal to 6x square. We can write A is equal to 6x square. Okay, because it's a cube, it's already given, because A is equal to 6 square. The reason is that it's already given in the question, it's a cube. So hereafter we can differentiate area with respect to x. So we are going to differentiate area with respect to x. That means we are going to find dA by dx. So that means, let me write area once again. Area is equal to 6x square. So dA by dx is equal to dA divided by dx. So that is equal to 6 into x square. So it means 6 into 2x. So we can write it as dA is equal to 12x into dx. dA is equal to 12x into dx. And we know that dx is equal to, what is the value of dx? We know that dx is equal to 5x by 100. You already mentioned dx is equal to 5x divided by 100. Okay, 5x by 100. So hereafter just substitute dx here. So dx is 5x by 100. So just substitute here. That is 12x into 5x by 5x divided by 100. 5x divided by 100. So what is 5x divided by 100? So hereafter we 12 into 5, that means 16x square. 16x square. So dA is equal to, we can write 16x square divided by 100. Okay, for 16x square, we know that A is equal to 6x square. A is equal to 6x square. For this one, I am going to split this, that is 16. 10 into 6x square. I am going to write this one as, that is equal to 10 into 6x square divided by 100. Okay, now look at here. We know that A is equal to 6x square. So for this one, we can substitute it as, for 6x square, we can substitute A here. So that is 10A divided by 100. So that is dA is equal to 10A divided by 100. So that means dA is equal to 10%. dA is equal to 10%. So this is the final answer. Okay, so for this question, option B is the correct answer. You can see 20%, 10%, 60%, and 6%. So for this one, 10 is that means 10% is the correct answer for this one. Okay. So hereafter we can move on to the next question. So the question is given that we need to find the maximum value of log x by x. So the condition is if x greater than 0 is. So this is the question. That is maximum value. So we can write y is equal to log ex divided by x. Okay, so hereafter, now look at here, we are going to find the first derivative. We are going to differentiate y with respect to x. So that is dy by dx. For this one, we are going to apply the quotient rule. So the quotient, what is the quotient rule? We can write, yes, here it is x and here it is x. So that is the quotient rule we can apply here. So we will get 1 by x into x minus log yes e x divided by square, the denominator square. What is the denominator? Here denominator is x, so we can write it as x square. So on applying quotient rule, we will get 1 by x into x minus log e x divided by x square. So that is equal to dy by dx. That is equal to, yes. So dy by dx is equal to, yes, we can cancel here x. So it will become 1 minus log e x. Here it is x square divided by x square. Okay, so for maximum value, for maxima, simply we can write for maxima dy by dx must be equal to 0. Okay, so for maxima dy by dx is equal to 0. So we can write for maxima dy by dx is equal to equal to 0. So dy by dx is equal to 0, which implies, look at here, 1 minus log e x divided by x square. Okay, so let me write here. So for dy by dx, I am going to substitute 0 is equal to 1 minus log e x divided by x square. So hereafter just multiply here. So we will get 1 minus log e x is equal to, yes, we will get 1 minus log e x is equal to 0. We will get this 1 minus log ex is equal to 0. So hereafter we can write x is equal to e. So that is dy by dx changes the sign from positive to negative. Okay, yes, positive to negative at x is equal to e. So that means y maximum value y max is equal to, therefore we can write y max is equal to y max, that is equal to 1 by e. So this is the final answer. We can write therefore y max is equal to 1 by e. dy by dx changes the sign from positive to negative, that at x is equal to e. Okay, so the final answer is therefore y max is equal to 1 by e. Okay, so for this question, option D is the correct answer for this one.